Hello, how are you? Today, inshallah, we will start with chapter 20, lesson 3, diseases caused by bacteria and viruses. And inshallah, we will divide this chapter or this lesson into two parts. First one, the bacterial diseases, and the second one, the viruses diseases, okay? For my objective today, I need you to understand the bacterial disease and how the bacteria could cause diseases. So, how do bacteria cause disease? What do you think? Bacteria cause disease by destroying living cells or by releasing chemicals. So the bacteria can cause diseases by either destroying the living cells or releasing chemicals, and these chemicals will upset the hemostasis. Let's start with the microorganisms in general, اللي هم viruses and bacteria or prokaryotes that cause disease are called pathogens. So in general, we will call the bacteria or the viruses or prokaryotes and the viruses either pathogens, microorganisms, or causative agents or diseases agents, okay? At the present time, all known prokaryotic pathogens are bacteria. However, in the future, scientists may discover archaea associated with disease, but till now, the bacteria is the most causative agent for the pathogens. Louis Pasteur's helped to establish what has become known as the germ theory of disease. We have a theory called germ theory of disease when he showed the bacteria were responsible for a number of human and animal diseases. Let's start with the disease mechanism. Bacteria produce disease is one of the two general ways. So, some bacteria destroy living cells and tissues of the infected organism directly, while some cause tissue damage when they provoke a response from the immune system. Other type of bacteria release toxins, which are poisons that interfere with the normal activity of the host. This is a table which shows some human bacterial diseases. As an example of the disease, we have number 2, tetanus. The effect of tetanus on the body: stiffness in neck and abdomen, difficulty swallowing, fever, elevated blood pressure, several muscle spasms, and so on. How the disease transmit? Bacteria enter the body through a break in the skin. So tetanus is one of the diseases that caused by bacteria. Another example is tuberculosis. The tuberculosis effect on the body is fatigue, weight loss, fever, night sweatness, chills, appetite loss, blood dispersal from lungs. So this is caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and the transmission by bacterial particles which is inhaled and enter the lung. This is an example on some of the bacterial disease. Damaging host tissue, which is one of the effects of the bacteria. One example of the bacterial pathogen that damage host tissue is the bacterium that cause tuberculosis. As we mentioned, tuberculosis or TB is a disease that will infect the lung system or the lung in general. This pathogen, which is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, is inhaled into the lungs, where its growth triggered an immune response that can destroy large area of tissue. So the immune response will destroy large area of tissues. And the bacterium also may enter a blood vessels and travel to other sites in the body, causing similar damage. So bacteria that will release toxins will produce toxins include the species that causes diphtheria, another bacteria causative problems or disease, and the species responsible for a deadly form of food poisoning known as botulism. Diphtheria has largely been eliminated in developed countries by vaccination, so we are taking the vaccination against diphtheria, but outbreaks of botulism still claim many lives till now. Controlling bacteria. Can we control the bacteria? And can we find a method or a way to protect ourselves from bacteria? Let's check. Although most bacteria are harmless and many are beneficial, the everyday risk of any person's acquiring a bacterial infection are great enough to warrant efforts to control bacterial growth. Virus control methods like physical removal. We can wash hands or other surface by soap or water to kill the pathogen. Another method which is the disinfectant. The disinfectant is used widely now. Chemical solutions that kill bacteria can be used to clean bathrooms, kitchens, hospital rooms, and so on. Okay? Another thing which is food storage. Low temperature, like those inside the refrigerator, will slow the growth of the bacteria and keep most food fresher for a long period of time than possible at room temperature. So it's better to food storage at the refrigerator. At the same time, food processing like boiling, frying, steaming also can sterilize many kinds of foods by raising the temperature, so it will kill the bacteria. Sterilization by heat, which is the main thing that it is right now. We can sterilize the objects such as medical instruments at temperatures above 100 Celsius, can prevent the growth of potentially dangerous bacteria. So most bacteria cannot survive this temperature or such temperatures. We have another method also by we can prevent the bacterial diseases by a way which is called vaccine or vaccination. Many bacterial diseases can be prevented by stimulating the body's immune system with vaccines. So what is the vaccine? Again, the vaccine is a preparation of a weakened or killed pathogens or inactivated toxins. So either weak bacteria or killed bacteria or even inactivated toxins. We can insert inactivated toxins in your body to make it more to stimulate it against the bacterial infections. When injected into the body, when you inject the vaccine into the body, can prompt the body to produce immunity to a specific disease. So this immunity is the body's ability to destroy the pathogens or inactivated toxins. So this is one of the ways to prevent. How we can treat the bacterial infection or the bacterial disease? We have another way which is called antibiotics. Have you ever heard with antibiotics? Yes, I think you have. So a number of drugs can be used to attack bacterial infections like antibiotics. As an examples of antibiotics that we use in our life, like penicillin or tetracycline, amoxicillin, and so on, that block the growth and reproduction of the bacteria. So the function of antibiotic either block the growth or the reproduction of the bacteria. So antibiotic can disturb the proteins or cell process that are specific to bacterial cells. In this way, they do not harm the whole cell. And antibiotics are not effective against viral infection. And you have to know that. If you have any viral infection, don't use antibiotics. If you have a flu, don't use antibiotics. If you have any viral infection, don't use the antibiotics, because the antibiotics are used just for the bacteria, because it's designed to kill the bacteria or to weaken the bacteria, not the virus. Until now, we are finished. Thank you.